Lesson 2.4: JavaScript SEO and Rendering Challenges. The integration of modern JavaScript frameworks, such as React, Vue, and Angular has fundamentally altered the web development landscape, enabling highly interactive applications that enhance user experience. However, this shift introduces significant challenges for search engine optimization, SEO, notably encapsulated in the concept of the rendering gap. Traditionally, static HTML pages are index-ready as soon as they are delivered. In contrast, JavaScript-heavy applications require an additional processing step, wherein the rendered content must be executed and transformed into a document object model, DOM, readable by search engines. The two-wave indexing model, implemented by Google, addresses JavaScript rendering and indexing. In the first wave, Googlebot fetches and parses the initial HTML, a process sufficient for static websites. For single-page applications or sites where critical content is injected via JavaScript, this first crawl yields a minimal or empty shell. The page is then queued for the second wave, during which the Web Rendering Service, WRS, attempts to execute the JavaScript and render the full content. This distributed and resource-intensive rendering process introduces the constraint of a rendering budget, which can delay content indexing by days or weeks. For dynamic sites, such as news outlets or financial platforms, such latency may render index content stale or irrelevant, diminishing SEO efficacy. To mitigate the rendering gap, technical SEO strategists must evaluate and implement suitable rendering frameworks. 3 principal methodologies are relevant. 1. Client-side rendering, CSR. The complete rendering process occurs in the browser after the initial HTML and JavaScript payload is downloaded. This model imposes substantial risk for SEO due to its dependence on search engines' ability to execute JavaScript reliably and rapidly. Content accessible only after JavaScript execution may remain undiscovered for considerable periods. 2. Server-side rendering, SSR. JavaScript is executed on the server, producing and delivering a fully rendered HTML document to both users and search engine bots. SSR is widely regarded as the most effective solution for SEO, ensuring the immediate availability of crawlable content and reducing reliance on subsequent rendering. 3. Dynamic rendering. This approach involves serving a pre-rendered, bot-friendly version of the site while delivering the full JavaScript application to users. Though listed as a viable workaround, Google classifies dynamic rendering as a temporary solution rather than a robust, scalable architecture. Beyond rendering models, certain implementation pitfalls can still undermine SEO outcomes. Notably, features such as click-to-load, e.g., expandable load more buttons or tab interfaces, conceal content behind interactions that search engine bots cannot perform. Unless content is present in the initial rendered DOM, it will remain unseen and unindexed. Additionally, the deployment of shadow DOM for encapsulation within web components can impede content discovery unless slots or other standardized methods ensure crawler access. Given these complexities, simply examining the static code via view source is insufficient for modern SEO diagnostics. Professionals must utilize tools such as Google Search Console's URL inspection feature or Chrome DevTools inspect function to analyze the fully rendered DOM as seen by bots. Absence of target content in the rendered output signifies that it is effectively invisible for ranking purposes at the algorithmic level. In summary, JavaScript frameworks necessitate sophisticated rendering strategies and rigorous testing to bridge the SEO rendering gap. Effective SEO today requires server-side architectures, careful avoidance of interactive-only content delivery, and a deep understanding of how search engines process rendered pages.